All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Wilson on first down. And his first.
Perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
14,
Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Now Wilson on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right, and he finds Tyler Croft. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. This is Carson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On second down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Eric Armstead. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jared McKinnon. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
McKinnon. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And the grab by Croft. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
19. Tempo.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this.
13. 12. 11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
12.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
12.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Pass incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
13.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, Wilson. Keeps himself upright, forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gold now out to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Go ahead. 11. 6. Yeah. You don't want none.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The former Seahawk and former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And San Francisco gets set to go here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed
13,
fast.
13.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
13. Black 80. 180. 6.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the 1st half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. Garoppolo 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Black.
Garoppolo again. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Garoppolo now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
180! 180! 13! 13!
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Flush to his right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 29. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. And you got caught in between and created a foul.
Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one results in 35 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing is Wilson. And Matthews has it right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now it's Carson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Come on, let's go.
This time Wilson will throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And that's incomplete. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180. Flag.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
180.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Now it's Lockett. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Run left, run left. 14, run it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Run left.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
14, run it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. McKinnon fitting in nicely as the feature back in this 49er offense. He's back there again now on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now McKinnon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's McKinnon. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cassius Marsh in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. To throw. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. 30, 10, 5. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve.